Call this a meeting into order, January 28th, 2025. First thing, we got approved minutes from December 31st meeting.
Who was here at that meeting, Kenny?
I
was not.
I was not needed.
You weren't, I weren't? Okay,
Richard, me, Pat,
okay.
Everybody but,
That's all we need.
I wasn't there on the 31st.
no, you weren't there.
Yeah.
so Chuck would abstain.
I'll second
I'll
it.
make a motion.
I'll second it.
So we have a motion by Kenny Cates and a second by Richard. Let's have a vote. Roll call.
Yeah.
No. All in favor? Signify by saying aye.
And you gotta ask, abstain. I abstain.
All in favor? Signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Abstained? Aye.
Or you get a 3-3.
3-2 abstain.
You got all that, man?
No, we got 14th here.
So you abstained,
Yeah.
right? Okay, gotcha.
And then we have the January 14th meeting, 2025. Need to have a vote.
I move we pass or approve the 14th minutes.
Me, Gordon, Chuck,
I second.
You need a second now?
It'd be everybody but Pat.
Because I,
Chuck seconded it.
oh, Chuck seconded, okay.
Pat wasn't here.
All signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed?
One abstention.
One abstained. Okay, now we have the claims.
No claim.
No claims?
This is a
Old
good day.
Old business? Little Crane Pond?
Are we ever gonna move on that thing?
I hope.
You know, it's been there, but hopefully we keep it there.
Or after it falls in.
That cost us a lot of money. We gotta get it all. And I don't know
I
how,
wouldn't sign that one.
I don't know how you're
Technically, you
gonna,
weren't on the board then.
it's not an agriculture drain.
Little crank.
Little Crane Pond.
Yeah, but it's the drainage board, it's not just agricultural drains.
But the farmers are paying a lot of the bills on it.
So are the homeowners.
They're not paying as much as the farmers, I bet. I don't know what that is an acre,
I
but
don't know what that's.
Which one you on, the Crane Pond?
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, we spent 27,000 to take trees out.
I know. Yeah, I know. That's the reason I say it's not an agriculture drain. They build the houses and the condominiums and tennis courts and,
In your time, did they go in there, dig it by hand or something?
they did
Did a lot of it.
yeah, a little cleaning, you know, but all done by hand because you couldn't get anything back in there. And they didn't want the trees, they were their trees until they died, and then there's our trees, and that's the reason. I think we need to get this thing settled. I don't know how to get it settled, but we don't want to let it die again.
Get the boy here to say, I want it.
It's not just up to me. But and this isn't the only drain that's like this. I mean, it's not necessarily a city and county thing because this area was built up with these houses while it was in the counties.
Yeah,
So, yeah, it's the open ditch that's the hangup.
yeah.
Because we've taken over a lot of titles that were county
Yeah.
at one time and taken them over for maintenance, so.
So how do we get it off center and get it where it needs to go, you know? I don't know, you know, we supposedly been kicking us back and forth with lawyers and they don't seem to want to get it handled, but I don't know how you get it handled.
The utilities is gonna have to determine how they want to maintain an open ditch, is what it boils down to. We don't have any open ditches. So are we gonna take care of the dead trees, or are the dead trees on somebody's property that the homeowners need to take care of? I mean, those are the questions that are gonna have to be determined before the city will, you know,
Well,
jump
the
in
other
there. Now, I mean, if we wanna turn over the rest of it, the tile south of Kim Road, the tile through Maplewood, there's problems with those
Yeah,
tiles,
yeah.
but I don't foresee a problem with the city taking those over. But it's the open ditch,
Like
that's
this.
kind of
The city would take over from Miller East, or about so, and the open
well, the
ditch,
open ditch is
Yeah.
east of Miller.
just what, a couple hundred feet, 500 feet, something.
And that's all we're talking about anyway, it's
Yeah.
from Miller East.
Yeah,
Okay.
We're going 2 or 3 years on this thing.
2 or 3, try to 4 or
I
5.
think it's,
It's been on as long as Hummel Creek was on. They were both on for the longest time.
So if they divided it and made the city responsible from where the tile starts upstream,
it'd be easier.
what are they trying to do now?
The whole thing.
The whole-
From
It's
Miller
the
East.
open ditch from the Chapel Creek condos to
all the way up?
Miller is kind of the sticking point there.
Why would the city doesn't want that, right? Basically, they don't want to take on the responsibility of the open ditch.
Yeah.
And why not just divide it there at the tile and say drainage board takes care of the open ditch and the city takes care of the tile?
Probably never been
Good.
presented that way.
But evidently the dead trees are a problem.
Yeah,
they were.
they will be.
And they will be again.
They are.
It's gonna happen.
Any regulated ditch through a housing addition, you're gonna have that. I mean,
Those people planted the trees, and then when they died, it was us.
you know,
It was our trees.
Well, you got to all these homes, a lot of them, I don't know. Generally, they want shrubs and trees in their backyard.
They want the wildlife habitat.
Yeah.
and a shed,
I don't know that anyone
gazebo,
planted those.
Yeah.
a fire pit.
Probably just natural, aren't they?
Yeah.
They just weren't torn out.
Well, how far would it be from the head wall to Miller Avenue? Half a mile?
No, it's a few hundred feet.
You know, 500 feet, yes.
Maybe 5.
Yeah, I'd try 5 or less. Goes up there, but
I've got sewer maintenance looking at it, coming up with a plan on how they would maintain something like that. But
would the drainage board be happy just to get rid of the tile part and keep, stay over the top of the ditch? I mean, you got drainage code, and their Indiana code says, got it spelled out pretty good as far as what we can do on an open ditch. So when you get into them housing additions, you gotta start working on tile, what do you do with the dirt while you're trying to get the
Yeah.
tile out? You get the new tile to put the dirt back, or the stone back.
Because the homeowner, I don't know what the homeowner is paying, but it would take a long time to put that $27,000 back in that we spent the trees where we couldn't do it.
How much does the
With a machine.
pull?
I think they're $10.
I think they pay a substantial amount. I think it's like a third of the amount or something is homes.
It's
You'll have it here in
a
a
pretty
second.
good chunk, because there's a few hundred homes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
quite a
and
few.
even at $10
Yeah, because you got that,
a year,
From
which is what I
Kimmerer
was
to-
thinking that they were paying. I mean, the trees are paid off.
Yeah, it looks like $10. Taxes
$10
due $10.
for home site.
Home
The
site.
part they're wanting to vacate or the ditch itself.
Just pull up the one that's active.
But you got all the main roads and part of Sunnycrest.
Yeah,
Well, you got that school,
Yeah, Pine
doesn't that
Bluff.
tile go south of Kim Road or north, yeah, south of Kim Road? Drain that lots,
That's part of Sunnycrest. Yeah.
okay.
Westlake.
there you got Hawks View.
Yeah.
Got $6,900 a year from the homes and $1,040 from the farm ground. So the homes are paying 6 times what the house or what the farm ground is.
The, homes is paying 6,900.
Yes. And the acre, the farm ground's only pulling in 1,000 a year.
I'm surprised at that. What's it, how many acres is it farm down, how are they charging them? Most is that.
Sounds like the farmers need to be paying.
Yeah, it sounds like farmers need to pay more.
But it's
Yeah, it does.
$1 an acre and $10 a home site. There's 1,040 acres and there's 691 homes.
Yeah.
That goes through Crane Bond, doesn't it?
There's 32
Yeah.
commercial.
And 32, how much is that?
Some of those homes though are out of the city. Some of those, you said 600 and some homes?
690,
Probably half of those homes are outside of the city.
okay.
In the county then, is that
Yeah,
considered?
because you would
county?
have,
Granted,
Everything west of-
well,
Where's the city limits?
This
You know,
32 commercial.
this whole ditch is the one that goes down past Avondale, isn't it? It's on the other side of 15,
Other side, yes.
where the ponds were built.
Right, where the ponds,
Yeah, so you have
they
those.
parallel the ditch and the ponds are separate now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got quite a few housing, was that Schiedemeyer? There's a couple.
Schiedemeyer.
Is that, yeah, that's.
Schiedemeyer, maybe, yeah.
Some of them homes are in the county and some, yeah, I don't know the division, how many, which way. There'd be a lot of adding to come up with that, but even if half of them were, still only 4,000 would be county and 3,000 would be city, if you're pulling in $7,000 a year.
They actually put more water in the system than the farm. Farms only put it in when it rains. And they're putting more water in every day.
Who is?
The
Not the city.
homeowners,
They're all on
They're
sewer.
on city sewer.
okay, okay. Well, maybe it's not as simple as we thought of getting it solved. And it's, Wendell's got most of that ground that comes in there, doesn't he? Wendell?
He does.
I'm a guess between him and Ron.
Let me see where sewer maintenance is at
Okay.
with coming up with a plan
Okay.
on that open ditch. Like I said, the tile won't be a problem, but it's gonna be the open ditch. That's kind of the sticking point.
The sticking point,
Well, now,
cut it at the tile and be happy you got that much cut off, don't have to work in the town.
is there a way of
The rest
taking
of
down
it's just open
water
ditch.
north?
Well, would that work? If they took care of, if the county, the drainage board took care of the open ditch,
I don't know, I'm asking.
took care of the tile?
Yeah,
Alleviates the in-town.
but I think the biggest controversy is the open ditch.
Right, but if the.
That's
drainage
the
board
biggest
takes-
problem.
Yeah, because of the trees.
Fighting with the landowners to get
Well,
access to do
you
it.
can't go in there with a
It's
backhoe or
limited,
anything
yeah.
to clean it out.
Yeah,
And it's tight.
gazebos and tennis courts and stuff built right on top of them.
Yeah, right up to,
Yeah.
Right up to the ditch.
no one paid attention to the
Yeah,
setbacks.
well, maybe you can work
Yeah,
that out
okay.
so we can get it off the agenda.
Can you go back and make them move all that crap if they're not in the,
Oh, wow.
Move your tennis court, will you?
Technically,
yeah, I mean,
Yes.
If you gotta,
so they'd have to kind of work with you if, to let you get some back there, you know what I'm saying? Wouldn't they?
technically, yes.
Technically, yes.
But
In
getting to
person?
do it is.
But then you're gonna probably get another lawsuit.
we just went through a long list.
Well, yeah, but you know what
Spend
you
more money
do.
there
Yeah,
than.
but you know what you do? You just do it. and then when they come back, you say, I'm sorry. See, that's how we gotta do that.
Move their shed and when it comes home, it's in a different spot.
Yeah, we'll put it back when we're done, you know. We just have to move that shed to get in there.
I think we just let the city have a tile park.
Yeah, I mean, to me, if that would work, if you had the tile part and you guys had to, if that's fine with
We
you
kept the
guys.
open.
Just to push the shove, I mean, when something's in the way.
Well, I mean, what it boils down to, because everything drains through there anyway. So regardless of whether the city maintains it or the drainage board maintains it, they still pay the ditch assessment
Right,
going to the county.
right.
So, you know, money wise, it doesn't matter.
Well, see, if you guys took it over and we give up our rights, they wouldn't pay a ditch
Well, then,
assessment.
yeah, they would.
Oh, yeah.
We pay it to the city.
Just like where
and
my
the
shop is, I gotta, you know, where I'm tied on is to a county tile that goes into city sewer, but I still get,
If we
I get them both.
abandoned it, they would?
Yeah,
The only difference for the county drainage board would be now,
Then
the
we'd have to
drainage
write
board
you
doesn't
guys a check.
maintain it. Now the
right.
city maintains it, but the city's not getting any of the funds for the maintenance of it.
So when you maintain it, you're gonna come to us wanting some money.
Oh, we'll want a partner. Yeah.
So see, we aren't really getting ahead anywhere.
I don't know that we'll get.
Loggerheads for what, 10 years at least?
Sounds like we wanna give you guys the tile and we keep the open and forget it.
It's just over $1 an acre, but you know, I don't know, like I said, Wendell's got a bunch of it. I don't know who else comes into that, you know.
Well, that whole area over there is a screwed up deal.
Yeah.
That there Crane Pond, those people built swimming pools and stuff on that one that goes north there.
Yeah. Well, they put a burn pit on one of those, you know, in the right of way. Cause Wendell took me down to see that. They don't,
That one outfit, one people built a fence around their, right up next to the creek. He was mowing that every year and keeping that cleaned up, the one going there by Crane Pond.
yeah,
That's why I wondered if this one that we're on could be diverted to another area. I don't know.
I doubt it.
I don't see how. 'Cause
I
that's-
don't, from what Wendell's taking me, I don't know how you can change it because it comes in on the, whatever that addition is on the west side. You know, farm ground comes into there.
Right there by the Graps.
Yeah. That's the Crane Pond subdivision.
Of course, that's the same one that people want to do a pool and didn't have enough room. And it worked out and they got less room and we still
Yeah.
got worked out, you know. We're too easy. We try to please people, but it costs us in the end.
Yep.
You
I
get a-
think it was Al Harper come in here and lived, has got a house on there.
Yeah,
Came in here and told us that we was gonna take our trees down.
yeah, it was. That's when it all started.
Yep.
That's when it all
That's when
started.
it all started.
So is it gonna be easier just to do that? We keep the dope and ditch and,
Either way, somebody's gonna have to push them to give us access.
It'd be easier from the city standpoint as far as taking that over. We didn't have to worry about the open ditch.
But we still gotta get where Wendell mows and stuff, that's his outlet. I mean, him and somebody else and they,
Well, that's a whole different section of the ditch. That's,
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that section.
you're
yeah, that's another,
you're over by American Drive.
Yeah.
We're talking about east of the
yeah, okay. Yeah, you're talking there.
Yeah, that's the next problem.
Yeah,
Yeah, like,
Hey Chuck, did I ever give you the resolution to look at for that?
I think so, maybe. Let me see.
well, yeah, it's another whole kind of worms. That's another little,
Cause that'll be coming up sooner or later. And the best thing that can happen there, it's expensive, but the best thing that can happen there is pipe it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Turn the ditch into tile. We want to give it all to the town then.
Yeah, it's,
Tile's expensive.
Yeah.
yes, it is. And it's, will be a problem for years, but then when it gets old, then you gotta fix it at a backyard, and they don't want you to dig here and dig there, and you gotta grass it down, and
They're on that.
If you pipe it though, they mow
If
it.
you done anything, you'd have to go in there. That tennis courts and buildings and stuff is right on there. You'd have to go in there with a dump truck and dip it out.
Yeah.
If you could, you'd have to move stuff.
yeah,
And dip it out and haul it out.
maybe that's the reason it's never been solved.
Probably.
No good,
Too expensive.
yeah,
It's gonna get dipped and hauled and need to raise the rate.
yeah.
$1 an acre. There's not very many that
No.
cheap anymore in the county.
Well, $2 a home is not very much.
Mm-mm.
They put more water in it than the farms because they flush the stools or some of the water has to run through that open ditch, right?
Only the ones on septic systems and the ones,
Oh, okay.
the ones in the city are on city sewer, so it's strictly runoff.
Oh, okay, runoff, okay. That's the reason it hasn't been solved then.
And it's, I mean, there's some detention ponds in Cranberry.
Yeah, I know there's detention ponds in there.
It'll slow that down.
Never ending problem.
Maybe Chuck can work on that. Mark for don't know how many years.
What's that? Having to go in there, get access to it?
Well,
We said, can we call it back?
how we're gonna divide it up.
Intimate domain, we gotta get in there, it's for the good of all, we got to clean that out.
It's, I mean, it's already in the drainage easement. I
Yeah,
mean,
right of entry.
You've already got right of entry to go do what needs to be done. The problem is if you're cutting down dead trees, how do you not drop them on our house?
Well, you gotta get
Or
through
tennis
that.
court or.
Yeah. And that's
Gotta cut them a little at a time.
That's where, it's been a few years, but that's where
Yeah, they probably
we had a
planted it back.
few tree guys in there taking out the dead ash.
So is this part where the tile is this where the trees are that we can put back on the city, or we're
No.
on the other side?
No.
Or is he said no, it's on the other
Those trees aren't over the tile too much, are they?
No, they're in the open.
Maybe at the head wall.
And I need to go out there and just walk it and take a look at the open ditch part.
Give me a couple weeks,
You-
I'll
you
go
just-
with you.
You can't ever maintain those things and make people happy.
No, not make them happy. They don't want you on their property to start with.
And the other thing is, you
Much
get
less.
people there that probably sue you if you wanted to do what? They'll sue you, and then you get tied up in that, and that's never a good deal. It's a money-losing proposition.
How far is it for the whole, to tile the whole thing?
Oh, my.
Oh, from Miller back to the Chapel Creek condo?
Well,
I don't know.
that's not very far.
Maybe 500 feet. I don't know.
Going downstream from there is not feasible.
But you still have the same problem. You gotta get rid of the trees to tile it.
Yeah, because, I mean, for the most part, you'll be filling in more than you'll be
Oh.
digging.
Dig it out.
And then if you fill in next to those trees, you're gonna kill the
And
trees.
tennis courts here, and we're filling in up here, and we gotta build a retaining wall.
Got a challenge for you.
That's an ongoing challenge. It's been here.
How long's this been here?
10 or 12 years, I'm sure.
Yeah, it hadn't been that long.
Like 8 or 9.
What, is there a date on the resolution?
Well, I got
What's the
some
date?
stuff all the way back to
Well, we
17.
had one for 18, but Mark got it updated to 24.
I read
Now
some
this one-
paperwork back to 17.
This one's a 24.
Oh, well, then the clock starts over.
It's got to start over, yeah.
How long has Gene Johnson been gone?
Chuck,
It
you
was-
want me to go
it
get
was
you a
an
copy of that in the
item
health department?
Was Gene Johnson was here.
Do what?
You want me to take that and get you a copy of it? 'Cause that's my original.
Oh, man, I just wrote on it. Put 10 years on there. I've been talking about it.
How many years you been on, Kenny? You replaced Gene Johnson,
12,
right?
probably 12, I think 11.
So you just want to table it till we go out there and walk that ditch and see what it is?
Yeah.
Just leave it where it is.
Kenny, when I came here in 12, you were already here.
So
Yeah, I think I started at 11, I could be wrong.
No, it's continuing on business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll leave it on the table until we decide what we're gonna do, right?
Okay.
We just haven't talked about it in a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, any new business?
Yeah, I want to make a motion to retain, Kyle Persinger as the drainage board attorney.
Well, I haven't heard from Justin yet to see if you guys already paying. But I guess we can go ahead and vote on it. And if you guys paying, but if not,
If we pay Kyle,
I
right.
pay them because I do the claim out of my funds.
Because we got a new lawyer, the commissioners did.
oh yeah,
Kyle's not ours. So if you guys pay him, you can take a vote to keep him, but we use Marty Harker for our lawyer. So if Kenny wants to make a motion, I guess, he made a motion for second to keep Kyle.
Look, you pay him when we.
Yeah, the
get-
board voted on it
Yeah.
early December to pay the bill.
uh-huh.
It was like 1,200 for the whole year. Because he just gives me a year-end invoice. I have 5,000 in my fund. But I'm the one that does the claim and turns it in after they vote.
So the money that's in that account's not necessarily earmarked for Kyle, it's just earmarked for
Legal fees.
legal fees. So you wouldn't have to use him if you wanted to use a different one, I guess. Just that amount of money is there.
Generally, as a rule, like, let's just say we had an issue on like Grassy Fork and we had to have attorney, then those fees would come out of Grassy Fork's maintenance fund. This is general drainage board legal, so like resolutions and stuff like that. So, or just questions,
And legal questions we ask.
yeah. But normally, if it's regarding a certain drain, then I would take it out of that maintenance fund.
We've used it for years.
Right, and she said we'd still have to vote on it, so we'd agree that was the
If you
lawyer.
guys want to retain him.
Right.
yeah.
So Kenny made the motion, is there a second?
I'll second.
Second.
At least we'll get down the road and maybe, since you got no attorney, we may want to change at some point, but it's work.
As of right now, we want to keep him.
Yeah.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any other business? Solar amendment, Todd Glancy area plan.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
So I'm new to area plan. I'm the executive administrative assistant officially right now. So I thought I'd take this opportunity to introduce myself to the board here and passed out the solar ordinance draft. And on page 22, section 153.2734 is the main piece that deals with the drainage board. So I don't have anything very specific to recommend. I don't know if that is necessarily my role. but it is my role to bring it to your attention. And if there are things in there that you like, dislike, that you would like to see changed or have questions about, let me know. Come to the APC meetings. There'll be public meetings on this where you can put your input. This is just an opportunity to say, open door, very transparent, and appreciate your input to this work.
Well, my question is, and I don't know if anybody knows where it's at, but the last 5 or 6 months of last year, I was pushing for 150 foot on easement on each side of the county's title. And that's a necessity because, all of these, the dirt's washed down and we don't have much cover on a lot of these. So if we go in with a new tile, we gotta get over out of the center of the drain to get cover.
Right.
And Mark, I thought was gonna get it through the commissioners or something.
I'll have to look and see if that setback is in here, because it's not in this section right here. But it may be in the setback section, so I'll check on that.
But it's got to be at 150 foot on each side.
Okay. I'll double check on that for you.
Is there gonna be, do we know where we're at for these solar units? Gonna be approved, not approved, or I thought they had a moratorium.
We do.
We do, for how
Yeah.
long? 6 months?
But that's so they give these guys more time to work out all this, and that's why they're coming to us, to let us go through there, to make sure you guys, that they got everything covered for the ditches. And your waterways and all that, and make sure you guys don't want to change nothing. Then they're going to the health board, correct, Todd? And
Right.
some other ones to make sure.
I know that it's a state law, 75 foot, but that won't get it.
Right, well, I mean, I know what you're saying, so you're in
Yeah,
there.
absolutely. And it takes a while, and plus you guys are the experts, right? You just sitting here, no, I mean, seriously, sitting here listening to what the discussion you had today, it's like the knowledge base that's right here, in between everybody's ears.
And most of
It's
it's
pretty
just common
amazing.
sense.
Yeah, but you know it. You know the ditches. I mean, you can sit there and talk through all this stuff and you know exactly what you're talking about.
So what they're doing, they're just basically letting us read this. So if we need to change something before they actually bring it to the commissioners,
Right. And go to public hearing.
their public hearing and all
We
that.
haven't set a date for that.
There's a lot of stuff to go through here.
Yeah, right. He just bringing it to us, so if you read through it and you got something, you can get a hold of him.
I thought Parsley had kind of put that in there someplace before. I don't know where it's at.
It was in something, yeah.
That's how it ended up. That issue put the ordinance into revisement. And that's why we've gotten to where we're at today.
We used an attorney out of Indianapolis, a couple of us talked to, the attorney for Farm Bureau.
Mm-hmm.
And we can do that on our streets, okay? So, some of the solar companies will go along with that.
It's not an unreasonable request,
So they don't want them in town anymore.
and you have reasons for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, went back to reasons,
Yep. That's it.
Yes.
hopefully Trump will
Yeah, city does.
do away with the free money from that.
Like to
Dry that money up and it's,
So he cut out everybody, went to them. That's how he makes money off of it.
Yeah.
But the way
Yeah, they
we're,
have their own electric utility.
right, but the way we're doing it, we can't do that because I&M's always been involved with this whole crap.
Chuck, if you go back when Oak Hill put theirs in out there,
Right,
all they had to do is come to area plan and give them $35 to get a permit. And that is right over a county tile, okay? And the outfit don't even work now. Hadn't worked for 2 years. So,
Did it cost the county more than $35? And the repairs and workaround for the ditching problem?
they haven't.
Yes, it will.
It will if I'm done.
That one breakdown that they ran the line through was more than $35.
Yeah.
I mean, they ran one electrical line through the tile.
It's something you run into with these guys, on the windmills and so forth down there. They'll say, yeah, welcome, we'll send somebody down when you start want a ditch, okay? But they don't send a guy down with a shovel or spade. They send a guy down with a pickup. He'll sit there and watch you dig, okay? That's the problem they've been running into. Gas lines the same way.
so you got more questions for Todd?
Oh, nice to meet you. Oh,
How soon do we need to get back to you? Soon?
I'd say we have a couple of months before we end up at a public hearing to go through a final ordinance. So yeah, in the next month or so, take a look at that and anything you want to suggest.
Will you put that down, that 150?
Yep, I'll check on it. That's probably in the setback sections. I'll check.
Thank you, Todd.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Which public hearing you guys would like me to pursue? Whether it's Middle Fork or Rouge Run or Cart Creek or there's a small mafia sub Rouge Run, but that's a little one.
Which one has been, we did the,
Middle Fork's been on for over a year.
yeah,
We accomplished Polywalk and Waters Ditch, got those on maintenance. Madison County has been sent most of the parcels, I do believe, to us. There may be one or two more parcels. I need to look into that more, but I think it's pretty close to being ready to go. They acted like they were okay with the $10 an acre, but balked at the $30 that was proposed to them last time. That one could be made reasonably quick. Rouge Run's gonna take a while. I've got to touch base with the town and get agreement with them on what part of the town drains to Rouge Run. Hopefully it's not a problem. Hopefully they cooperate and don't buck us this time. And then there's Wendell and Cart Creek, which shouldn't take that much to do, but really can't do all three at the same time. I can, but it gets confusing.
And I can do two.
Sounds like Middle
public
Fork's
hearings.
probably the closest to being ready, right?
Yes.
and of course, the $10 is just a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
And that's so bad out there.
So what's gonna happen if we come through with $20? What's Madison County gonna do?
I think they'll buck it. They bucked it up to 30.
But aren't they won't respond, right?
They give us the.
And they don't wanna form a joint board either,
They
right?
don't want a joint board. If they cooperate with Middle Fork is surprising because they hadn't cooperated with Big Deer Creek and they didn't cooperate with Polywalk. Polywalk is on maintenance in their county, but we don't have it on our maintenance for Polywalk. It's just our county.
They take care of theirs and we take care of ours.
Yes. And somewhat they're doing that with Big Deer Creek also. They collect for Big Deer and they spend their money and they haven't sent us any. Mary's told them that they're supposed to, but they've ignored it.
It's interesting, I didn't realize that.
But then-
Does it?
But then they're cooperating with Middle Fork and have given us the parcel spread.
Seems like the State Board of Review or Accounts would get
Like
on
the
them for
lawyer
that.
could send something to them.
And how much you want to pursue it. I mean, if they cooperate with Middle Fork, do you want to stir the pot with Big Deer and Polywalk or let it ride the way it is?
Yeah. Good question, you know?
Maybe approach and get Middle Fork on board and then rattle their chain about Polywalk and Big Deer after they.
That's probably the smartest thing right there.
Yeah, probably.
So if they're collecting and maintaining on their side of the county, then why don't we vacate that portion?
I don't know if you can do
Then if
that.
they're the ones collecting and maintaining, why are we even involved in it? Just vacate.
In their half, in their
I
side.
mean, they're technically supposed to pay us because their water's coming to us,
But
traveling
they're
through
not,
us,
yeah.
making them. I don't think Grant County can make Madison County do anything.
I think we can hold a vacation hearing like we've
Call
done.
somebody. I don't know if you can vacate what's coming, vacate what's coming to you. I
And
don't.
build a dam in it.
How
I get
much,
attention.
interesting how many acres in Woodville, Madison
your
County's coming to Big Deer. You know how.
I don't know on the Big Deer.
Huh?
I was thinking there was
Yeah.
houses in Polywalk that they're not paying us for, but
I know, you know, it goes into Madison County and, but I don't know how many acres.
Well, it seems to me she's been billing them. It looks like it'd be a lawyer thing. 'Cause they said they didn't get the bills, but she's got all the bills, but she's been billing them for years.
They just don't pay them.
And she said, she told me she just puts them off to the side, the lady I talked to.
What happens if I know my bill, if I get it in the mail? You know,
Shut off.
the water company would definitely shut me off.
Definitely.
State law though, you can't block natural flow of water.
I'd say get hold of the lawyer and let him see what he,
You want me to talk to?
yeah, because you got all the information where you sent the bills, everything. He needs to write a letter to them.
you want.
I'll get with them and
Well,
then,
no, wait, we don't want to do that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You
need to
your
do Middle Fork first.
Yeah,
Give Middle Fork through a public
Yeah.
hearing and
Yep.
then pursue the other two.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Anything else?
Do you want me to try to squeeze Cart Creek in after Middle Fork if time allows, or do you want to?
I could do 2 hearings in one meeting too. We've done it a lot of times.
They might both be big though.
Cart Creek's.
Cart Creek might not be,
It's not
but
real big.
Middle Fork might be.
Ridge Run's gonna be,
Ridge Run's gonna be big.
upset people, just
Yeah.
that area.
The majority of Cart Creek's already signed the petitions. I don't
Yeah.
think that won't be an issue,
So we're
but
pursuing it after Middle Fork, and then we can attack Ridge Run later. Because none of them's gonna get activated till next year collection anyway.
Yep.
Okay.
Anything else?
All them little jobs I gave you, but I ain't gonna bring them up.
Meeting adjourned.
We gotta have a motion.
Oh.
No, we don't. If he adjourns it, we're done.
okay, Richard, then who's second?
Kenny.
Okay, let's see a vote.
All signify by aye.
One,
Van Buren.
oh, okay, in the town down here, okay. I was thinking, what's the one in Marion that's a problem?
Toby?
Yeah,
it's not in Marion.
It's
Okay,
not in
It's
Marion.
in the county.
It goes into the city.
but
We take our crap to them this time.
We don't
that way.
know where it goes, but it goes in there somewhere.